what I want. Bolognese all through the days. Can't wait to the mayonnaise. Give me food, that's what I want. A chicken curry, bring it here in a hurry. It's food that I want.
That's plenty.
Well, hello. How are we all? It is welcome back. We've had a little 2 weeks break. We had a lovely fortnight in Costa del Living Room. We wandered along the coastline of the staircase and had some lovely meals out on the patio. And then we went for a cruise round the dining room, which, you know, as 2 week breaks go, the multi-centre going on. So how the devil are you? Who have we got today, Keels?
I don't know, nobody's said anything.
Oh, that's all good. Do we have anyone? Is anyone out there?
Yeah, there's 4 people there.
There's people, yeah, we love people. People are good. So, people, until we have names, I'm just going to call you people. Pirate crew, pirates, buccaneers. I don't know why I'm like chatting away, because we've got shit tons to do today, and that is a technical term, a shit ton. It's just slightly more than fucking loads, but less than way too fucking much. So here we go. So we're going to introduce some new stuff, not new stuff to the kitchen, maybe new stuff to the viewers. So today we are going to interfere with, in a positive way, 3 chickens. We've got these handsome boys.
Yeah.
So, a little word about our chickens. These are air-dried chickens. Now what that means is, and you can do this at home, when you get your chicken from the supermarket or the butcher, preferably the butcher, take them home, take all the plastic wrapping off them, put them on a tray with some kitchen paper on the bottom, and don't cover them, put them in the fridge and let them air dry. What that'll do is that adds a lot to the crispiness of your skin, and also takes away a lot of that water. So if you're searing, you want as much of that surface water out of the way so you can get the Maillard reaction going, which is the way food browns. So yeah, air dry your chicken. Nice crispy chicken wings, stuff for the barbecue, all that good stuff. So we're going to do 10, we're going to try and do 10 dishes, which takes about an hour. But none of these dishes should take you any more than half an hour. So I'm going to show you how to break down the chicken into 2 or 3 different styles, and then what you can do with them. Because if you go to the supermarket and you buy a box of chicken breasts, you're paying 5, 6, 7, 8 quid depending on the quality of the chicken. Same chicken thighs, chicken legs, chicken wings as well, quite expensive. What you're paying for there is not the chicken, you're paying for the butcher's time. And by no means am I trying to do a butcher's job here, so Kevin, please don't take exception. Again, these chickens came from Donald's the Butchers. You can do this at home, the likes of chickens. So over the next 2 or 3 weeks we're going to be dabbling a little bit of butchery. If you want to take your butchery skills to the next level, I can exclusively reveal, we do exclusives now, on Pirate King Kitchen. Donald's the Butchers are going to start running an online butchery course, where you can purchase the primary cuts, the bigger cuts of meat from Donald's the Butchers, and then you go online and Kevin or one of his team will walk you through how to turn that into smaller, more manageable cuts. So again, a little bit more cost effective once you've had the training, and also it's something to do. We're still in lockdown, things are not going to be normal for a long time. It's a skill. So before I go on to the chickens, just want to do a little bit of housekeeping. There's the exits I found to the front. No, that's a different job. I have on here a pot of half stock. I'll explain why I'm calling it half stock. So it's basically water, a stock pack. You get them in the supermarket, they're quid and a half, which is carrots, onions, a little bit of turnip. So put that in there, salt, pepper, bay leaf. So it's just to have some, but we still need to add stuff to it, and we'll get to that. But stock's in there, because we will be using that later on. Any comments or any?
Yeah, so
saying hi?
Alison Ferguson said, watching in the car took longer to walk the 7.5k down Shetland Road than we thought. Sharon said hi, and Tommy Clinton said afternoon.
Afternoon, guys, glad you could join us. So, first thing we're going to start with today is, funnily enough, a chicken. We've got a little red board here for cutting raw meat on. Obviously you don't need to do that at home. If you don't, even though this is not a professional cooking show and we're not selling this food to anybody, the internets get upset when you do, you don't follow proper food hygiene. Food hygiene is important. So the other thing I'm going to introduce today is this bad boy. On the main cam here? Yeah. This is a filleting knife. In comparison to our other knives, much thinner blade, and also more flexible. I'm just going to move these two guys out of the way so that the Babish cam gets a decent shot. So we should be now fully on this chickeny guy. Fantastic. The other thing we're going to use today are these poultry shears. I'll explain what they're for in a little minute. So the first thing we're going to do today is a spatchcock chicken. So first thing we will do is flip this guy over. Any of this unnecessariness we'll cut off. You don't usually remove the wings for a spatchcock chicken, but we are, because I'm going to do chicken wings as well today. So all I'm basically doing is I'm pulling the wing out, I'm letting gravity do its job here, and where I can see where the wing attaches to the body, I'm just lightly dragging my knife round. It's on its breast, Katie. So we're just going to pop it. You hear it pop, fairly quiet, and just run your knife through where you see the joint. Nice, careful strokes, and that chicken wing pops off. We're going to do exactly the same on the other side. So again, not traditional for a spatchcock, but we are going to be using the wings elsewhere today. So pop them over there. Which brings us to our main chicken. Can you just stick that a bit tighter on the board? Thank you. So this is our chicken breast, chicken back. We have a backbone here, which I'm not going to try and cut, but for the purposes of illustration, I'm going to put two knife marks through it, all the way down to the parson's nose. We're then going to take our poultry shears, and on the back of the rib cage, we are just going to cut unsuccessfully through our rib cage. Come round the front, attack it from the other side.
It's all through here.
Is that glorious? Okay. So we basically have a chicken backbone. It's not the most attractive thing in the world, but it is full of flavour. So into our stock pot that is going to go. We'll turn the heat up on that because we're going to start introducing colder things. So we're going to take our chicken. You have at the front here the breastbone. Some's either side of it where the wishbone would be, and you're just going to crack it. There we go. And then flatten it down. I think it's just because the fan's been blocked. And we're live. Happy days. Well, that was a bit of excitement, the joys of live streaming. All we've got to wait is, we're waiting on you guys rejoining us if you would care to. Give us a shout once we get some people in the room, Kales. Four people? Give us a shout if you can hear or see us. And we're back. So, sorry about that, folks. The joys of live multi-streaming with cams and all that. Apparently Facebook had an issue with our stream and froze it, which was nice. So that's all been dealt with. So, I've just cut the lower parts of the legs off. We're going to drop these into our stock. Lots of flavour, lots of collagen in there, which gives it a nice silky mouthfeel. We're all about the mouthfeel here in Pirate King Kitchen. A lot of people go, I'm not eating that, chicken feet. It's basically collagen. Do you know the stuff that you go and get injected into your lips by a barely qualified practitioner doing a back street in the town? That's collagen. This is collagen. If you put it in your lips, put it in your arse, put it in your soup. Right. So we've basically opened our chicken up. He's all kinds of funky. So we're just going to put some nice deep slashes into the breast meat and across the thickest parts of the legs and the thighs. Same with this side. So we may have lost some of the comments here. So anybody saying anything exciting?
I think Dave said hi. I don't really know.
Fantastic. So today is about volume. So what I have over here is a little tray of new potatoes, and I've got some bacon lardons already in there and a lime cut in half. So we're going to roast that lime in there, so it deepens all those limey flavours, and then we'll dress the chicken with that hopefully at the end. Also have in here a paste for our spatchcock chicken. This is yoghurt, turmeric, garlic, paprika, salt and pepper. No chilli in here, but you can put chilli in here. This may be getting enjoyed later by a non-chilli person. So we're just basically going to spread this over. So we're just going to do this and bang it straight into the oven. By all means, if you're doing this at home, leave it to marinate and let those flavours infuse. But we should get a decent flavour on it today from our paste. So we're just going to make sure everything's covered. So the turmeric and the smoked paprika will give it a lovely colour. Yoghurt is very much the same, will do the same to this as it would do to chicken tikka, tandoori chicken. You know, it works as a bit of a tenderizer, and also keeps the meat nice and moist. Nothing worse than dry meat. So now that we've done this, we're going to take our chickeny guy, the wee extra bit of nonsense there, which we don't want or need. We're going to take him and flop him upside down on our potatoes for the time being. So we'll take the rest of our paste, make sure we catch the backs of our legs, and then we're just going to spread, because as the chicken cooks it's going to release its juices, which we're going to drip down and cook and baste, marinade whatever way you want to look at it, or potatoes. So that's all good. So plenty of seasoning there. Again, for quickness, salt and pepper's already in here. So that goes in our sink. Keep our spoon. So we just, hopefully we haven't brought too many potatoes with us. Bring this bad boy over. Make sure he's positioned nicely. A little wash of the hand. And that is chicken dish number 1. We'll stick this in the Traeger today, which I've got running at about 180 degrees. Not much in the way of smoke, but basically just using it as a big oven. Okay, any questions on dish 1 before we move on?
No.
No, just no. Anybody seeing anything ever?
Sharon said welcome back.
Thank you very much. So we are dealing with poultry, and although we are cooking poultry upon poultry, we are just going to make sure our utensils are clean. And again, we're cutting on a separate board today. Oh, almost forgot, whole clove of garlic. That's going to cut in half. Just popped into or around our chicken. Okay, so chicken 1 done. Moving on to chicken number 2. I like to call this one Frank. Okay, so what are you going to do with number 2? Fantastic question. Pretty much a lot of the same stuff, but a little bit different. So again, take our string off. We are going to just which gives you all the flavours and all the experience of a chicken dinner, or whole roast chicken, but pretty much a third, quarter of the time. So we're going to take our knife, we're going to pull out our legs till the skin's tight. And again, nice little light strokes with our knife, just to open that up. Do it to this side. We can cut away all this nasty. So we're just opening that up. Whenever we see the skin, and again doing gravity, holding it by the leg and seeing where it's connected. there. Then just cut all the flesh round about it. So put our leg back on our tray. Same on the other side. Pop the leg. Cut as much of the flesh as you can get. We'll trim up the legs in a little minute. So we're now left with our chicken breast and our backbone. So we go back to our poultry shears. So this is now like a mouth. So go right to the corner of the mouth where the Joker smile starts. Cut straight down. Flip it over and round. Do exactly the same thing. So you have now, maybe more familiar seeing this around about Christmas time as a turkey crown, but this is a chicken crown, so it's on the bone. Chicken meat on the bone, there's always a flavour bonus to that. Also, breast meat is quite delicate, so you want to raise it out the pan so it's not frying or boiling too much. So keeping it on the rib cage just gives it that little bit of elevation. We have the rest of that rib cage. Go to take one of our larger knives, cut through that, and we drop it into our stock pot. Okay, so again for quickness, what I have here is some Mediterranean type vegetables, again some bruschetta. That bruschetta will release its sorry, not bruschetta, that's bread with tomatoes and onions and garlic. Pancetta, smoked bacon lardons, wee tiny slices. Right, so basically just a bed of those. Put our chicken on the top, again with our garlic, cut it in half. Nothing too fancy. We're just going to break out those. Because this is slow roasting for so long, don't worry about the paper, that'll just peel right off at the end. We're going to take the base, which is still connected with the root, we're going to stick that under, so as that starts to steam, all that garlicky flavour will come through. A little bit of avocado oil, just on the skin. You want that nice and crispy, that proper roast dinner. Plenty of seasoning. Some black pepper, some Karen salt. Boom, and we take this little tray and we put it in our oven as well. Just going to adjust. So I would say in your oven you're probably looking at 175, 180. I've put mine to 200 because it's technically a barbecue smoker oven. Every time I open that lid, heat's escaping, so that's just going to get back up the temperature that little bit quicker. So we've got 2 chickens down, we are 1, 2, 3 dishes in. How are we for time?
13 minutes.
What?
13 minutes.
13 minutes? I might need another chicken. Any comments today? Anybody say anything at all more than ever?
No. Like, nobody said anything.
Our last chicken. This one's Becky. Well, you've got to be the quality, even though the cast, well, I thought all the chickens are female. You don't really get male chickens, so that's not Frank, unless it's real address. So, Betty.
Lindsay Houston said just send it down when it's ready, pal.
Sorry mate, don't do deliveries. What you have to do is get your big hairy ass up here to the kitchen and we'll feed you. So, off with its shins, but it's good to see another one of the brotherhood there. If you guys are still looking for something to do during lockdown, get yourself over to Bro Beard Oils. You may not have a beard, but the podcast that Billy Kirkwood hosts over there, it's not just people with beards on it. You know, it's not, you don't have to have a beard. Some fantastic guests. Bobby the barman from Still Game was on it a few weeks ago, absolutely hilarious, and his knowledge of comedy and the entertainment industry, the stories are fantastic. Athletes, wrestlers who are also athletes, don't look at him like that. Comedians, stars with stage and screen. So yeah, if you've got half an hour, actually there's this cooking guy off the internet on it. He was on it last year. Fantastic. I think it was Pirate King or something like that. Anyway, Betty, coming for you. Right, so we're back to our chicken. Look reasonably familiar. Again, should be old hat at this now. Find the loose skin, cut the loose skin. It runs the knife through its skin. So I was talking to the crack team at Pirate King TV this morning, and we realised that not next week, but the week after is our 1 year anniversary of doing live shows. So if you have a suggestion to make our birthday special, put in the comments down below. You might win a thing. Not quite sure what that thing is, but you might win it. So, we have our chicken, we've loosened its legs, we flip it over, cut off the nastiness. I know I'm cutting bits off chicken and sticking it in my stock pot. If you don't have a stock pot, it's perfectly sensible to have a tub or a bag in the freezer, and if you're doing one of these a week or one a fortnight, one a month, when you cook up all your stuff, put it in the bag, let it refreeze, and once you've got a bag, then you can make a nice stock pot. So again, we are taking off our wings, cut through there till you see the white of the bone. Off it comes. Other wing. So basically we are going to break this chicken down into a more traditional, how you would see it in the shops. So I'm getting a bit quicker because I'm not holding your hand anymore. You've seen me do this twice. Man up. Or woman up, person up, non-neutral, gender fluids, up, whatever, don't care. Right, chicken leg off. Other chicken leg.
JD said good day from Florida.
How we doing, JD? Hopefully your weather's a bit better than ours. We are still getting rain. So right now we are where we were at. Somersaulting chicken. Don't play with your food. So again we are just going to cut down the Joker smile. Take our poultry shears. Snappy snappy. Snappy snappy. So those stock pot's getting a little full now, but that's all good. And again, we are going to bubble this away while the show's on, and we'll use some of this stock, but bubble it away for as long as you can. So we're back to our crown. So now, believe it or not, to the mysteries of science and the mystical arts, we're back to a chicken crown. So you've seen me do it twice. So at this point we take our fingers on this hand and our knife on this hand. If you're left-handed, other way round, there'll be these fingers and this knife. Run your knife along the breastbone, finger either side, open up the softer skin flaps, and just run your knife. So your knife will naturally fall one side or other of the breastbone. So what you're basically looking to do, nice, slow, even cuts till you hit the bottom of the breastbone. You'll find, where is it? There it is. You'll feel the wishbone, little diagonal cut along it. See if I can do this back here. We've got this from above, haven't we?
Yeah.
Right, so basically what I'm just doing, keeping my knife hard against the rib cage. Nice long, even strokes. Giggly. Till you get to the bottom. As you can see, it's starting to open out. And you have one breast off. So other side should be a lot easier because you now know where the breastbone is. You now know where the wishbone is. Run your knife down the other side of that breastbone. Kevin from Donald the Butcher is probably watching this and pissing himself laughing. Again, nice, smooth cuts. Right, I think our stock pot is full, but that could also go in our stock. So, we have our two breasts, and quite handsome breasts they are too. I'm going to go back over to our pile of slightly discarded stuff. We're going to open our leg up, feel where the joint is. You'll feel the two little knuckles. Put your knife in with a tentative stroke. Cut all the way round. Loosen all the meat. You take the meat out of the way, I'll let you see where the leg is. I'll let you see where the joint is. Slip your knife in between it. We have a thigh and a leg. So I'm just going to bring this tree over here. Your thigh, a leg, breast, breast. Same thing with the leg again. See where the joint is. Run your knife all the way round. Let gravity do the work. It will open up that joint for you. All the way round. Pop your joint. Run your knife through your joint. Another leg. Another thigh. There's your joint.
So Mark Ferguson said, missed the start, what is the new gadget at the front? This.
That is a gimbal. Can you see it on the shot?
No.
It's probably talking about a different gadget, isn't it?
I don't know.
Need to be more specific, Mark.
And Sharon Webb said, dress up like Easter Bunny and do egg dishes. Please don't give me it.
Dressed up as Jesus last year. So, chicken legs, chicken thighs. All the way around, pop the joint, run your knife through. So, 4 nice thighs, 4 nice drumsticks, and we'll now move on to our wings for our wing dish. So a lot of places serve wings like that, which is fine. I prefer to take off the wing tip, find that little flap of skin in the middle, again, pop the joint. So you end up with a nice flat and a nice drummer. Yeah? So flat and drum. Wingtips usually go into the stock pot is full.
Oh, he's talking about this.
Well, that's just a light.
What's he talking about?
That wee light in the top camera.
So just going to rattle through the rest of our wings. With any questions, Tails?
No,
Well,
no questions.
anchovies.
We should time you doing this.
No,
Yep.
I am not a butcher.
Not a baker.
I am not a baker either. Definitely not a baker. And I'm certainly not a candlestick maker. This may be a great time to plug one of our partners here at Pirate King Kitchen, a little bit of sparkle. So, if you don't already know, producer, camera person, stills photographer, executive director, Kaylee has her own side hustle called a little bit of sparkle. Now what a little bit of sparkle do is they take boring old alcohol bottles, or a bottle of your choice, if you want to get liniment for your groin. I'm sure she can do that as well, very talented girl. She has very talented parents, and Tracy. And she glitters them, she coats them in an exotic blend of herbs and but no, that's me. She covers them in her secret sticky stuff, and then puts all manner of glitter and diamante and adornments and logos and all that on them. Now, if you're hoping to get one of these done for Mother's Day, I reckon you're fucked. You've left it too late and you don't love your mother. What I would then, while I'm doing this, basically we are done with, are we done with the butchery? No, we are going to take our breasts and we are going to cut them in half diagonally because they are a mightily sized breast. Okay, so wrap them all up in cellophane, chocolate, cuddly toy, whatever you feel you want to put in your gift basket, your gift bouquet. Very reasonable prices. Well, I was certainly charged a very reasonable price. But you know, she has a Facebook page, which I'm sure she will pimp on the comments for this video stream. So please go and check it out, see what you think. Great ideas for birthdays, anniversaries, celebration. She's done bottles of Buckfast up to bottles of champagne. Whatever you want done, she can do it. We've celebrated Rangers winning some sort of football World League Super Bowlness, whatever happened there. Not getting into that. Obviously Mother's Day was a big busy time, and then after that stressful, very stressful for everybody. So you notice I'm drinking water, but I also have wine. I'm celebrating today, and I'm celebrating having wine. So my wife likes, I love Prosecco. I would just like to say I haven't had any wine since New Year's Eve. So I may not get to the end of these 10 dishes. This might be it. I got to add another thing. See you fucking Megan. No, let's not go there. I'll come back to that. So wife likes I love Prosecco. My daughter loves I love Asti. They do lots of I love. We have just recently become aware of I love Merlot. And as a person that loves Merlot, I can endorse this.
Is it nice?
Whether they want my endorsement or not, I don't really give a fuck. I'm wondering about this glass of water.
Is it nice?
It's very nice actually, quite fruity. Ooh, look at you and your matching nostrils, quite fruity. Okay, let's do some stuff. So we've broken down our chicken wings. Ain't no thing with a chicken wing. We are going to do a lemon pepper chicken wing. Okay on the shot?
Yeah.
Cool. So we're going to put our chicken wings into a little foil container. Just clean up some wings. All the little wings in there. Do a bit of garlic, don't need you right now. Chicken wings, trying to pretend they're not chicken wings. Stop getting overly ambitious with this bubbling. Know your place, stop. So, if you ever get a lemon, cut it in half, squeeze it, go in and get much lemon juice out of that. Here's a wee tip for you. See your lemon? Cut it into smaller pieces. So we're going to put plenty of lemon on there. or the camera.
Yeah.
Switch it on, switch it back on. Both sides. What shall we do next? Let's do some teriyaki chicken. Let's actually have a bit of a clean down.
In all honesty, how is the red wine?
The red wine is...
Alison said she
Delicious.
can't hear us. But I don't know. Can you hear us now?
Can you hear us now, Alison? Have we got audio on camera,
HDMI 2.
which is the big cam?
Yeah.
Yep.
That's the sound back.
Yeah.
Absolutely fucked today, I tell you.
No, I said yes. Facebook is definitely giving us the business today, but we shall endure. Small pan.
Sounds back.
Great update. Small pan. What we're going to do in here is we are going to do a teriyaki. So I'm just going to pan fry the chicken, get it nice and crispy. I have made some teriyaki sauce, which is soy sauce, cup of soy sauce, cup of water, garlic, ginger, half cup of honey. Reduce it till it goes jiggly. So I'm going to put some of that in there. Look at its jiggliness.
Nice.
So that's just going to give chicken a little bath. To that, because it's going to reduce, I'm going to take some water just to set it down a little bit, a little bit tight. In our pan, a little bit of oil. Why, Mark, why do we use avocado oil?
What does he want if he gets it right?
No. We're now at people will start taking things from him if he doesn't get it right. So we're going to take 2 of our chicken thighs, skin down, bone in. We're just going to start to fry them off, get a bit of colour on them. I'm not going to put any salt on them, I'm going to put a little bit of black pepper again. Teriyaki, a lot of salt in there from the soy sauce, from the teriyaki-ness.
Hide something or other.
What?
He said hide something.
High something or other.
Yeah.
Okay, good feedback. Okay, high smoke point. It likes the heat, it likes the hot stuff.
Is that Mark? I'll take your stuff away.
Right, so we just going to leave our little chickens in there to brown nicely.
High heat, less smoke.
Fantastic. We're going to take 2 of our, so when we want another dish, we're going to take 2 of our chicken legs. And what we're going to do is we're basically going to cut through to the bone all the way around. Making sure we're through all the meat. Little bits of tendon and whatnot in there, just make sure you're through all of that as well. You want to be seeing nice clean bone underneath, giggly. You'll see the knuckle of the bone just above the knuckle. Through all the meat and gristle and skin you'll just cut off. Pull that up. Push down and through. You have yourself a chicken lollipop. Again, it's going to do exactly the same thing. All the way through. Making sure we've got all those tendons.
That's fine.
That's fine. Not technically a one. To the bone. Pull off our excessness. Take a little chicken, try and get some lovely colour on them. I'm going to flip them over. Just make sure they sit flat. When we do that, we will go to our chicken drumstick. Who's beeping? So, orange juice, black pepper, okay, black pepper. So basically we're going to poach these chicken, half poach, half roast, these little chicken guys, in this bath of orange. A little bit of salt. Smashes of garlic, so they're ready to go into the oven and roast away. Our little chicken here, I just like to get a bit more colour on that. That's going to go in there. So we've got our 1, 2 dishes on the go.
So how many of that you've done now? How many is that you've done now?
So we have the chicken stock on here, which is 1, 2 in there, which is 3, that's 4, that's 5. Half time. Let's change ends. Let's see some orange segments, something like that. Okay, so we've got a nice bit of crisp on there. Happy with those.
Extra hour up.
Okay, so we will take these little guys and we're just going to put them into our bath of teriyaki sauce. We're then going to go back to our teriyaki sauce with a reasonably clean spoon. And we're going to put some of the thicker stuff just on the top. Spread it around. Hopefully that'll get a nice glaze on our
Size!
I've been going for an hour.
No, you haven't.
I haven't been going for an hour.
It's not this one.
Yeah, but we could
Yeah, we had a glitch.
So we are dropping in our 2 dishes. And off we go. So we are 5 dishes down, 5 to go. Cheers. Next thing we're going to do is some fried chicken. So we're going to take this piece of breast, we're going to take this thigh, we're going to take this leg, and we're going to turn it into Kentucky Fried Chicken, or Peter Fried Chicken, Iron Fried Chicken, PFC. So 2 pieces of breast. Back to our chicken here, we are going to take it off the bone. Again, just cutting down either side of that bone, kind of underneath. Cut through. Cut through. Just feel on your chicken, if there's any wee knobbly bits, trim them off because your wife will find them. And your chicken legs. So if you look at what we've got there, meat size wise, you have a piece of meat, funnily enough. Your chicken thigh piece is about the same, and our 2 breast pieces are about the same. So we're just going to move that forward. So we bring in this. This is not buttermilk. This is ordinary milk, yogurt, and I want to say vinegar and lemon juice. So I'm going to say it, vinegar and lemon juice. There's a little bit of garlic in there as well. And some salt.
Flour?
No flour. No. So basically this is our kind of a brine. So we're going to put all our chickeny bits in here. Clean up the brains. Take as much of the air out as possible. Seal our bag up. Make sure everybody's coated. We're going to leave that in there for 10 minutes. Again, leave it for half an hour, an hour. The longer you leave it, the more tender it will become. Let's talk about our dredge. With our secret 11 herbs and spices. The secret is only 8. Well, it's Pirate King TV, or Pirate King Kitchen, so pieces of 8. So we have turmeric, we have smoked paprika, salt, Karen salt, black pepper, garlic, coriander, the smallest amount of chilli, and a little bit of ginger. We're then going to incorporate all of our, on the base of their own is equal amounts of corn flour and ordinary flour, plain flour. So the ordinary flour will give it its stickiness or its kind of body, and the corn flour should give it its crispiness. Famous last words. So just give them a good mix. And that'll be ready for our fried chicken when we are ready to,
Right.
let's be honest, fry our chicken. Okay. Moving on to our next dish. So we have some nice chicken fat, rendered chicken fat from our chicken thigh in this pan.
What? We're definite.
So, what we are going to do this, he says, trying to remember, we are going to take our chicken fat, I've just remembered, and into our chicken fat we are going to put some bacon lardon, and we are going to put some chorizo, which will just basically diced up. I also have some soft apricots here. I'll add them in just at the last minute. Basically, just want to cook these off. I know you don't like that, so I'll stop doing it. Any questions, any comment, anything to chat about this week?
No. Very quiet today. Very
The
quiet.
chat is a bit poor. So by cooking our lardons and our chorizo, the chorizo starts to drop all its garlic, its coriander, its garlic, paprika into the oil, give it a lovely colour. The bacon will give you that lovely saltiness.
So just let us know what you're cooking again today.
Chicken! So that's how it sizzles away nicely there. We have about half a cup of rice. What we're going to do is just put our half cup of rice in here.
Is that already cooked that then?
No, it is not. It is raw rice. So what we're going to do, in like a paella fashion, is we are going to start to incorporate all that fat from our chicken and from our chorizo and from our lardons through our rice. We're just going to start to toast that. We're then going to add our spice blend here, which is tarragon, a little bit of chilli, smoked paprika, garlic. We have quite a bit of salt coming off our bacon, so just a little bit of pepper. We stir that around just for a couple of minutes, just to let everybody get to know each other. And then we're going to take our mix, we're going to let our oven beat, we're going to mix through our soft apricots, we're going to put it into our little oven dish here. Nice beeping. Just to keep things moving, I'm going to heat that water up a little bit for no reason. I'm then going to take a chicken thigh from our pile of assorted quality meats. I'm going to roll that over. It's getting a bit messy, so we've got to tidy down after this dish. We're going to take our thigh again. It's kind of up to you whether you leave the bone in or not. In this household, certain people don't like the bone, so that'll be coming out. Which is great. We're going to take our thigh, cut it down the middle, so we can spread it out along our rice. Then we're going to take another piece of our chicken. We'll just cut that into a few small pieces, again just making sure our fat is up. We're then going to take our first venture into our stock pot, taking it from the middle. Just filling that up, because what will happen as that cooks, the rice, almost like paella, will absorb the stock and give us a lovely finished dish. I'm quite sure we'll do that later when we put it there. So for the purpose of this, we're going in this oven. I'm going to the oven tray.
That's huge.
It is as big as ever. We'll try and get this in without spilling or breaking. There you go, the 11 tray. Okay. So while all the heat escapes from the oven, that back in there. Down a little bit. So our dishes are starting to rack up now. Hopefully they will all appear at the same time. Famous last words. Right, so we're on to our last.
For the last one?
No, our last. Is that the last one?
I don't know.
So let's go. Peppers. We've got the chicken. I know everything's technically chicken, but this chicken. So put them in the oven to grill, char, cook, whatever they're going to do. So, I don't haven't actually produced any food yet. I am aware of that. So we have 4 in there. 4 in there. We have 1 in there. Fried chicken still to go. Wings still to go. So we're going to put our wings on to cook. So a little deep fat fryer has been sitting at about 170 degrees. We're just going to take these, we're going to do them in 2 batches. We don't want to overcrowd our little fryer. Drop them in, close that lid so we can start to fry away. Some wine perhaps. Am I missing any dishes? I'll be wise, I've got food to do. So, we're going to start constructing some dishes and putting them down for you to enjoy. So that's basically this little red board to go away now. Paper towel on the bottom of it stops it swirling about, or a tea towel. Put off camera doesn't exist anymore. Okay. Just go over here, quick check. Everybody's perfectly happy. Apart from me and this bloody cooker. So, we have here left 1 breast, basically a little fillet thing, 1 leg, and the chicken. I haven't actually used all the chicken.
How many dishes have you done?
Lots.
Just out of curiosity.
I think there's about 6 or 7 on the go.
7.
So we're going to start building now, which should reduce the number of dishes, or start counting towards our dish total. We're going to get this nice and hot. Famous last words. We'll take the fillet off of this. A bit of pepper, a bit of salt. So we're going to make a foo, or a ramen, or whatever you want to call it. It's basically a soup-based dish, and we're going to do that with chicken breast and some other nice tasty stuff. So we're going to start by cooking off the chicken breast. We're also going to take a little chicken fillets that we've been using. Put them in the same pan, so we'll use them for something else. Okay, let's have a little check on our chicken wings. I can confirm that the chicken wings are looking quite chicken wingy. Technical term there, I don't want to get too ahead of you. Quite concerned with the quietness of the crowd today.
I know. Amy Thompson said, sorry, I was typing them thoughts and somehow it still posted. Loving watching you and your girl.
Fantastic. Okay, so let's start building our food. So yeah, egg noodles. So these, you don't need to cook the shit out of these. You basically need to run hot water over them. But I'll tell you what's tastier and better than hot water. Hot stock. Which is funnily what a food is made of. Just going to flip our chicken over now. Fantastic. And we're going to start sort of putting some bits and pieces in here. So we have some coriander, and again this is all going to sort of merge into the soup. We'll take this egg and drop it in there. That may work, it may not, bear with me. A little red pepper. Some nice thin slices.
Chandler says we are quiet because we are in awe of your brilliance.
Oh, you do blow smoke up my arse, I really like it. Another quick check on our chicken wing. So they've been in there for about 3 or 4 minutes now. They have pretty much cooked. So what we're going to do is we're actually going to take them out, cook the other batch, turn up the heat, and then put them all back in again just to put a little bit of brown on them. So this batch out. Not quite sure why that's bleeping. My pan is slid. Right, I know it's... Calm yourself. Okay, so we have our... Chicken browning away nicely in our pan here. See, we're getting that lovely golden colour on it. Nice golden colour on the skin. We're going to let that get back up to heat. I'm going to attempt... No.
Right, we've got a question. If you don't have real chicken stock, what brand of cube or pot do you use?
I like the stock pots, or go to Amazon and get a good quality chicken bouillon. You know it's a good quality chicken bouillon because it'll be more expensive than the other chicken bouillons, which is basically dehydrated chicken stock, as opposed to a stock cube, which doesn't always have all chicken ingredients. I quite like the give you that just to pop it away for the time being. I quite like stock pots with the sort of jelly ones. I think they work really well. Okay, guys, any other questions?
No, I think that's us.
Fantastic. So this is a really dull bit of cooking. So you just put a weight on things.
Yeah.
It's only your host at some sort of witty banter or repartee. I know what I can do. I can pimp the shop. We have a shop, we sell t-shirts, we sell, I think we've got about 4 copies of the book left, 3 copies. That's recipes from season 1 of Pirate King Kitchen. Some great stuff in there for home cooks. There's my attempts at being funny sometimes. And it's well worth the money, and all the profits from it are going to a charity, a cancer charity, so you're supporting a really good cause, and also getting some really Okay, third time is a charm. Sorry folks, we are having all the technical difficulties today, but hopefully we are now done with it. While we were away, the other half of our chicken wings finished, so we are going to put our first lot back in. I've let our oil get a little bit hot. What we're basically doing on this last cook is just giving them a little crisp up. What we're also going to do while we're here, take our ladle, we're going to take some of our chicken stock, we're going to put it in our little pan here. Get that bubbling away. We'll go with our first dish. We'll drop our wings. So in here I got some soy sauce, some fish sauce, some ginger, and a little bit of sriracha chili. So just going to give that a bit of a mix about. It's been sitting for a little while. Really sorry about all the technical stuff today, guys. It's unfortunately one of the things about doing live and not having a crew of 30 people, or 10 people, or 3 people. We have 2 people, one here, one there. So it's pretty much it's not us, because I'm still cooking and she's still pressing buttons. So it's either Facebook or it's Facebook. I won't believe Facebook. Zuckerberg. Damn you, you platform stealing motherfucker. So basically we've heated our stock with our little bits of flavour, and we're going to take our bok choy, pak choy, some sort of choy. Stick that in there. We are going to take our soup base that we've just made, and again that is, as you can see, it was bubbling away there, piping hot, so that's going to basically heat our noodles. A little bit of ginger on the top. Fantastic. Stop bleating, you son of a bitch. I have enough problems without you. Okay, so as you may or may not remember, previously on Pirate King Kitchen, we cooked this chicken breast in this pan. So now what we're going to do, hopefully he is cooked. He is cooked to perfection. We are going to thinly slice him with our nice crispy skin. Set them on top of our noodles and noodles and noodles. And we are going, what we're going to do for you, we're going to take some lime and our microplane. We're going to drop our lime in, which just gently warms it.
Not got as many people watching, but
yeah, I appreciate we maybe lost some folks. Unfortunately that happens when the stream is not reliable.
yeah.
So that's dish 1. Have you got a shot on that, Kales?
Yeah.
That's a chicken food, chicken ramen. What do you need?
I need it down because you can't see it, it's too zoomed in.
Better.
Yeah, that's it.
So that's dish 1. So what I'll do is I'll start racking up the dishes there, then we'll just push the other ones to the side. Okay, sorry if we've got some dead air, guys. We are just making deliciousness for you. So the second thing we're going to do is start plating up our chicken wings, or lemon pepper chicken wings. These are all kinds of nice and delicious. Kind of lemon zest on them. As that hits the hot chicken, it will start to release its oils, which is fantastic. A little bit of pepper. So we have our second thing to do with chicken. Is that in shot? Mm-hmm. Okay, okay, and moving on to our third chicken. So what we're going to do now is, while you guys get to look at that, I'm going to start doing the fried chicken. I don't know if you guys can see this, maybe off camera here. I'm basically taking it out the buttermilk mixture, dipping it in the flour, and then back into the buttermilk, and then just letting it drop into the fryer. And second thing, in with our thigh. Once into the dredge, shake it dry, back into the milk mixture, milk and spices, and then into the seasoned flour, and then drop it into the fryer.
Frustrating day.
Frustrating. So who is stuck with us through thick and thin?
Leslie, Amy Thompson.
Amy Thompson. Yeah, that's all looks like. What's going on in here? So this is our Mediterranean dish here. That's all starting to look fantastic. I am just going to ladle another little bit of stock in there, just to make sure our rice is cooked all the way through. It's piping hot, so I'll just drink that up, no problem at all. So, we have 2 dishes down. dish is our crown roaster chicken with roasted Mediterranean vegetables. Do you want to talk us through that one, Kales?
No.
No?
No,
Okay.
you can do it.
Good work.
You can do it.
And our next one, once Kales has got all our photographs of that, will be our teriyaki chicken.
That's us.
Oh,
I've got them. I've got the pictures.
okay.
Of the
So what she will be hot. I know you've got
asbestos.
some of my asbestos fingers. So the next thing we're going to move down onto is just 2 seconds on that teriyaki chicken. Give you a little. So we're just taking a little bit of our pak choy. That'll go nice with our a little bit of lime. Also a little bit of crispy onion. So that is 1, 2, 3, number 4 in the house. Everything alright?
Yeah.
Can I have one of the chicken wings to try?
So already had one.
Okay, so the one we're going to do now is chicken lollipops. So basically what we've got in there is all the juices that have come out of our chicken. Some orange juice, garlic, salt, pepper, lovely doubly. Just going to bring that up to heat in a little pan. Over here I have a corn flour slurry. The corn flour is basically just a very fine flour. Mix it up with some water.
So it went on liquid.
Sorry, it goes unloopy if you're patient with it. So what we're basically going to do is put some corn flour slurry into our orange, because that's all the flavours from our chicken. Make it nice and thick, make sure it sticks to our There's lots of chats going backstage. Everything alright, ladies?
Yeah, this just had a wee bit too much water.
Okay. Somebody overhydrated?
Yes.
Okay. So a little splash of corn flour. That is going to tighten up really quite quickly. Fantastic. You want that nice and thick and delicious. Bit of myself. Nice and thick and delicious. Okay, so we're going to take our little chicken drummers, or chicken lollipops, and we're going to roll them about in our pan, making sure they get that nice orange glaze. Now again, you can buy a packet of these drumsticks and just do this as a dish for guests, since we're allowed to. Fantastic picnic food. You'll put them in the fridge, let them set up, you've got all that sweetness, you've got all that chickeny goodness. A little bit of extra sauce here. Who doesn't like a bit of sauce?
Sorry, I'm sure.
Giggly, motherfucker. A bit of sesame seeds. Crispy onions. Herbs. So we are dish number 4.
That's us.
Dish number 4. A couple of slices of crusty bread, or a slice of crusty bread, please.
Take it.
Butter it if you want.
Someone's butter it.
Yeah. So what I'm doing now is I'm just going into stock, finding all those veggies at the bottom, probably not the knuckles.
Hopefully.
And then I'm going to take our little chicken tenders that we cooked earlier on, and we're just going to dice them up nice and fine. We are not, I repeat not, going to forget about our chicken, our fried chicken, fried chicken. Parsley, corn basil, and a proper bowl of homemade chicken soup with bread for dipping. If that doesn't make you feel better, you're already dead. Okay, Kales, how are we doing?
Yeah, we're good.
Good stuff. Right. As we march ever forward, ladies and gentlemen, our delicious spatchcocked roasted chicken. Move that out of the way. Put that down there so we can get a shot of it. So remember at the beginning of this we put our limes in here. These limes are really quite hot, but they are also dripping with juices. Dripping. Our little potatoes underneath are squashable and cooked, and plus we've had all that chicken goodness roasted through them, so nothing but happy. Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
And the stock. And the stock.
What is 7?
Including the stock.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll trust you.
That's okay, but it looks great.
Tracy. We're doing good. We're doing good. Oh, I'm on camera.
So you're making a wee bath for fried chicken.
That looks amazing. KFC style.
PFC style.
Yeah, PFC. on the deal.
Alright.
This one is drawing the fat off of that. This can come down. Perfect.
Love it.
That looks great.
Looks amazing.
Can we eat it now?
No,
No.
not done yet.
There's that nice. Don't know if the microphone will pick that up, but that crispy.
Love it.
Crispy too.
All that Karen salt. Okay. So we're in its room here.
Yeah.
So apparently we're allowed 2 people from our household in your garden. So
First one.
if you
First year.
if you're here in the next 20 minutes, you can join us for lunch. This is far too much food. Right, so
No, it's not.
that's the chunks we've got. Stock 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
That's okay.
Final dish. What do you mean that's okay? Now you don't patronise me with it.
You've only got 8. This is 8
Including the
here.
stock.
8 here, including the stock. Because that's
1,
bread,
2,
that doesn't count.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and the stock's 9.
That is the stock then?
No, that's soup.
Right, okay
Because
well.
there is chicken and parsley in it.
Okay.
Stop spoiling the gimmick.
Not spoiling the dinner.
I was going to attack that there like I've done it with my trusty spatula. Okie dokie. So here we have our Mediterranean style chicken. With our roasted and charred peppers. That is our very hot final dish. Not quite sure how I'm going to get out of here.
Jesus.
There we go. Which is a take on paella without the faff. Have you got a focus on that?
Yep. Looks amazing.
Does look amazing.
A bit of lime zest.
Alison said, on our way, in the car as I type.
Good. You're welcome.
More than welcome.
So, which camera are we on? The big one?
Not the wee one. Just getting a good focus on
On the
that.
big one now.
There we go. Oh, somebody's after your job. Well, this has been a fucking war today. Technical difficulties. Chickens with gender issues. It's not real gender, it's a lack of my knowledge because I recalled the chicken and man name. Did I assume the chicken was gender? No, I'm not going down that
Chicken.
yet.
Yeah.
Oh, we never got to Harry and Meghan. Feel sorry for him, but she's an actress. Balance it. Yes, today's been an absolute war, but at the end of that war we have 10 plates of deliciousness. And if you see there aren't 10 plates of deliciousness, then well, 9 plates of deliciousness and a pot of deliciousness, which we have incorporated into our other deliciousness. There's a lot of deliciousness. So, I'm going to shut up because today has been a very long show. It has been a very troubled show. I'm still sober. I'm still on my first glass of wine. So, thank you for sticking with us today. I know it's been a battle. I promise next week will be simpler. Because it was us coming back, I wanted to push myself a little bit. So, that's what we've done. So next week we have lamb. We'll do some butchery. 2 or 3 lamb dishes. We are going to have some special guests, I hope. Now that we can actually have people in the garden, kitchens in the garden, we're going to have a couple of people here. So, we look forward to seeing you next week. I hope you stick with us. If you're watching this in replay, sorry for all the stopping and starting. Fast forward to the last 10 minutes, that's when the really good stuff happens. So, thank you so much. I don't think I have sexy music this week because the streams fell over twice. I'm the Pirate King. This is the Pirate King Kitchen. Thank you for joining us, and we will see you next week after you've shared it with a friend. Right, I'm done. Show me to my trailer.